10.
Appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second down following the run. On the counter, Langford. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Bridgewater. The left side completion to Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up. No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the run and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Throwing is Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there'll be design runs as well as this. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive. I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in. And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And he spins through. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward, as he'll be marked down at the 22-yard line. On first down at Stafford. And incomplete to open things up. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On the carry, it's Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Reuben Foster in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. It's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jeremy Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Kidder drive. They have the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl. And
right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The play clock's running down. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. It's caught. Nelson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Let's go. Move with the 8.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely will be taking over 1st and 10. So now a glance at Jeremy Langford. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And an alley to run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Bridgewater. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Bridgewater now on second down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Stafford. They set up the screen to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first down, Stafford here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Reuben Foster in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. To throw on second down to Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. Shifts past him at the 45. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. 15 yards through the air on the first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A handoff. Jeremy Langford looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Langford. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Bridgewater to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jordy Nelson as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
You got
it. This is likely the last play here of this first
I love
half.
doctor.
Huh?
I love diapers.
You do.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Come on, Jordan.
Unable to connect.
Okay.
Long pass. It falls down incomplete. Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today. As we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. They're scripting something big to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
You haven't even tried it yet. You know what Mommy always said?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. Second and 9.
I think it's okay that we didn't get a whole lot.
Did you finish your homework?
It's nice to have safety out.
What else you got to do?
Mommy,
Put it on and
Math?
aren't open.
Huh?
You check your math
Yep.
Down he goes.
with the calculator?
I did it all in class.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the D-line's going to spread out. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Here's
Hey, girl.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And there he goes again.
Don't do it, me, like I'm doing.
With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out what to group this behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It was almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after the punt Clements can do with this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one. And it'll come out to the 20.
All right, y'all.
We're just playing a song, and I don't want you to talk me up. Hey!
On first and 10, Stafford out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Wasn't it? They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's brought down after a good game.
Yes, you do.
A good pickup.
You eat it, Biscuit, every time and
That's
put
what we're used to seeing.
whenever you
Right there.
fix
Plays
this,
like that.
you eat it.
He's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yards.
Try it,
Able to
okay?
make adjustments all along the way.
You gotta try it first.
You don't know if you're gonna like it or not.
Figures out defenses and defense weak spots in order to get open.
You always have to try,
Let me
Jordan.
take your foot
I
off.
hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter
Jordan, it tastes good. Plus it has carrots in it.
right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going
Cut
to
up
be,
carrots.
and
They
he
look
went to a secondary
they
target
taste
for a nice game.
delicious.
That wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his
Yeah.
primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got
Basically
to
at school,
knew where the pressure was
sometimes
going
you
to
have
come from
carrots.
and said, I know how
But
to beat that. And that's what he did.
carrot cake. How about the carrot
Now a first down carry. It's Hill.
Not
And he'll fall forward to
Carrots,
the
carrots,
29-yard line.
That's
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's
That's
2nd and 9.
a
The
meatball.
second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to
Carrot,
find a way to get him
carrot.
going. He's a big part of their offense.
I'm talking about that carrot.
Taste it.
On second down, here's Stafford.
There's no first.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Good, ain't it?
Foster in there again.
It's a little good.
18 for him.
Ooh, this is good for a hot
It's
dog.
been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game. The way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks
So
given up
take
to
the
this
green
one.
bean.
Stafford down the throw.
Wow.
Gets to him again. Foster in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again. To the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one
Oh,
away.
this is strawberry.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken
It's
at about the
amazing.
18-yard line.
Mom, this is strawberry.
3 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Taste it.
So now a glance at Jeremy Langford. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline.
Good, ain't
It's
it?
the defense
The
that
other
adjusted.
side, the bigger on
When
my
your
lip.
running back is getting up to a hot start,
good.
you gotta catch him before he really
Good
gets
job.
going. So you change
It
what you
takes
do
the
against the
corn.
defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer.
Good.
That's what we call mugging the line of
Good
scrimmage.
job.
Taking
Mommy,
the ball, blocking
it's
angles,
corn.
and gaps,
All right,
and maybe
taste the
stopping him
carrot.
before he can get going.
Running the line of scrimmage.
Buddy
Okay.
can
Yeah, in
do
this
it.
case,
Still about 3 yards shy.
Donna has
First,
carrots.
just a 4-yard
I
pickup
mean,
brings it
Miss Donna
to
has
3rd
bunnies.
down.
Good.
quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your
Taste
team right now.
tomato.
Bridgewater forced out to his left. Throwing the out route
Good.
incomplete.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
Nelson.
eating the stuff.
You being such a big girl. Look at you.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to never make their quarterbacks.
Jordan, whenever it's cold, you always need
Sometimes
some
they just have
soup.
to get on the run,
Hot
get on the move.
soup.
He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And look, I want to go.
You want to
It's a
go?
6-yard gain on the ground, and then they make it
Oh, I'm
2nd
bring
and
you to
4.
Okay.
Frustrating for a defense,
I
energizing
want
for a
that
defense. Find a way to
spicy
create
cherry
that type of yardage in the
soda.
running game. That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
I want cherry soda. I want cherry soda too. It's spicy cherry soda. Spicy?
And he'll get it out to midfield.
I like
Yeah, let's spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup.
It's
there,
that.
keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy. They're going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Run with Langford. So that's following the display of power. Inside the 45. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon.
I don't see my
While the
peas
training
yet.
staff works on him,
You
we'll
have
step
to
aside and be right back.
Peas are actually green. Yeah, like these green.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Got it with the 15. And he's going to be taken down, but not before.
Well, I didn't see. That means I
Give
didn't
him 30
see.
yards there.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
I love this
Gain
too.
on the play.
Me
And it'll be
too.
second and
I
about a
mean,
yard.
it's really
So
cold.
many times you hear today's NFL
Mine's
it's
hot.
a space game. Get your best players
hot.
into space
Mine's
with the
hot
football in
too.
their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to
Okay.
make people miss an open field.
Mommy,
Bridgewater now. Being
nothing
chased
is
out by the Atlanta Falcons.
I want
For a
some.
touchdown.
Hey, it's tea.
It's not tea.
It is.
Taste it.
And let me smell it. Let me smell it.
To throw, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to
Yeah,
pour it on here.
and it's
And is
great.
that bad blood here? I mean, and go for
It
2 when you're up
tastes
that much?
good.
If there wasn't before,
I love that
there is
soda.
now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go
It was the
now.
actual
These
little
guys had to
mermaid.
punt their last possession.
Mommy.
It's become too familiar of
You
a
know, I
refrain. Too many of
always
these
want to
drives just
try
don't
to
go
practice
nowhere.
learning how to swim in that mermaid tail. I just never do it.
Jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the side.
I did that before, but
over his leg to keep him
I
warm.
couldn't stand up.
I need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work
I
on
want to
your
go back to that
tackle.
pool.
Tackle him after the
I miss
catch,
the pool.
inbounds, keep the
I want to go to pool too. Huh?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And
Great change up there on the route.
won't
Got
be here
that
for
inside
summer.
release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
You're
The
right.
first
We'll
thing
be
you
here
want to
to
do is
spring
have
though.
him thinking that you're going
Yeah.
outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the
Mommy,
defender.
it starts
You're running against a half of
September.
them. And the inside half, and he took it
I
right
think
across
it
his face.
starts
Yeah, he said that on the thing.
What starts September?
Another
The
way
pool
to
is
yeah,
open.
things started out poorly in this
Mommy.
game. To be frank, they just really haven't gotten it.
Mommy,
What it does
Yes.
there's dirt in here.
What is dirt?
what's going on. They
Ain't no
just
dirt.
It's caught. Jones.
Oh, he's
And he's
making
got the
dirt.
first
That's
down
not
yardage
dirt.
here as he
That's
takes it
pieces
just
of the meat.
across midfield.
Yeah.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down,
It's like
trailing in the
meat.
4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call.
You
Doesn't
do.
matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Back to throw. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Mommy, I found my $5 bill to school.
That's very well timed there defensively. Because
Cause I wanted
Did
to
you get it? Did you get it a check for? I mean that envelope
reaching to bring in the
for Smoothie King.
really, really well.
You gave it to your teacher.
It's supposed to be, it was due Monday.
Did you give it to your teacher?
Yeah, I gave it to her on Monday.
Eric Ebron.
And by that, on Christmas Day, I tried to give it to him. He said, Mommy! Just keep it. Mommy!
His
So what are we supposed to do?
position as a tight end.
Can you highlight something?
We're seeing more and more coming into the league.
Someone has to buy the ball. Mommy! Bring the ice to the Mommy!
Who has somebody in the class go buy the box?
No, someone in your group. So we're doing group.
So who in your group is buying the box?
I don't know. Someone has. Whoever, like, so, say if I wanted to get...
They come up with this side, because y'all got to do it, turn in Friday, right?
Yeah. Mommy!
Yes.
My teacher let me, you get another bean, you can bring the toy at home.
This one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds.
I don't. Miss Dolly is probably the woman from the party. I think she's the one for the Thanksgiving party.
She hasn't contacted me about anything.
She's working on it. She's trying for a party. She was it last year.
They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. This drive, which is going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
This defense is out of they're saying no more. He's making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
We gotta wait until it's April Fool's Day. Daddy!
Yes.
Saturday, I need another green. You won't be at school. You'll be at home that day.
And Lambeau will put this one
What
through.
mom at upstairs?
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Daddy, did you eat some soup?
Down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chain.
You're not allowed to eat it?
Huh?
Are you allowed to eat it?
What you mean am I allowed to eat it?
Then,
Huh?
oh, are you? Do you like this soup?
What do you mean am I allowed to eat it?
If you have your stitches in it.
Oh, man, my stitch is gone. They out.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll close a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the scout troops, the defensive guys, they're going to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Do you like this kind of soup, Daddy?
Not really.
You got to get it ASAP.
Okay, I thought you were going to eat it.
Use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts. And to stop them on defense without using them.
There's Presley shedding defenders at the 15. And he's going to take it down with a marker on the field. So let's see about that.
I want to go to bed. Guys? I want to go to my dad. Dad? I brought one of my $5 bills and I got changed from this card today. So I have $3 left.
On the defensive line now, depending on situation, you can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left still at a 3rd and 14.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. That play you did. So you got to steal
Around the 35-yard line. Jared Davis able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Blink of an eye, that happened fast and a good shot.
Oh,
tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Stafford on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively. So second and 10 here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Stafford down, second down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. And maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. So good with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the full start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Stafford. That's complete. A big 30-yard play on third. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Indicative of the way this one's going. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. You know, in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Stafford. Pressure is going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. From his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
I didn't do anything.
Stafford, throw left side, taken in by Gallagher. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line.
No, you're supposed to get my goal.
On first down at Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. The Lions on third down. Not so high. 2 for 9 at this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, Stafford. That good for 16 yards in the first.
No, stop.
To the line and get him set.
That's my sister. You were spinning. You were spinning.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
You eating?
Yeah. I'm still eating. Mommy. Last week I got a red and yellow, and then I got a red and blue.
Last week.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It's been that kind of a day.
Mommy!
It just seems like nothing.
Saturday, I got
It's a catch
red, I got red, yellow,
everything else that goes into running a good pass route.
yellow,
Throw it all
red,
up, catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing.
yellow, every different color except me.
Deion Jones in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Heavy traffic and it's intercepted.
I don't care. Nobody stay.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense offense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And it was the Rams emerging victorious.